Hello friends, this is second video of call option. In the previous video we had discussion on long call option. That means person who is buying call option, what will be the terminal value and what is gain and loss. Now in this part, what if a person who is selling call option, why somebody is selling call option? The person who is selling a call option will receive premium from person who is buying call option. Now what is logic behind selling a call option? If you remember, a person who is long call is buying a call because he wants to buy, but he wants freedom. If he wish to buy, he will. If he does not want to buy, he'll cancel the contract. So that is, a person is bullish but not sure about the bullishness of share. That is why he is entering into long call. But the person who is entering into short call option is definitely bearish about the stock. Let us discuss more what is short call option and why somebody is entering into short call option. What is gain and loss and what is the terminal value? So as you all know now, there are two options, one is call, one is put. There are two parties. One is buyer of the option, is known as a long on option. One is seller of the option, is known as a short on option. So there are two, one is long call and long put, and there is long call, long put, short call and short put. Now what are the call option? A call option is a contract between buyer and seller. Again, there are two parties, in which the call buyer gets right and call seller gets obligation. A call seller is accepting a promise or giving a promise to a person who is buying option, that if buyer wants to buy at any point of time, a buyer can come. A person who is selling call option will give the promised security, and on behalf of that, the buyer will pay premium to the call seller. So basically, a person who is short call is having obligation to sell. He has to sell. And a person who is writing a call is a counterparty of person who is buying call. So buyer of a call is considered as wants freedom to buy. If one party wants freedom to purchase, the counterparty is having obligation to sell. Always remember, a person who is selling a call option, his maximum gain is premium, not more than this. So terminal value can be 0 or negative. There can never be positive terminal value. Let us say, for example, let's continue the previous example. I'm giving you a promise that you can purchase share from me at rupees 660, and on that behalf I'll charge 20 rupees premium from you. So now I'm considered to be the seller of option. You have freedom to buy. After a month, if you buy the share from me, I have to sell you at 660 because you have paid me 20 rupees of premium. Now let us consider the same example. After a month, if price of share is 600, the counterparty, that means you, will not come and buy from me at 660. You will let the option expire. So for me, terminal value will be 0, and my maximum gain is 20 rupees, which premium you have paid me. But what if the share price is 700? So if share price is 700, definitely for me, the terminal value, even though price is 700, I have to sell you at 660. So for me, terminal value is minus 40, negative 40, and my gain or loss, 40 rupees is loss for me. 20 rupees I have already received from you. So my net loss will be 20. Let us discuss more in this further part of this video. But as I have mentioned here, for a call writer, he is only having obligation. He cannot deny to sell. So writer of a call option having obligation to sell. If the counterparty comes, you have to sell, or I have to sell, the person who is writing the call. When somebody exercise, when spot price is more than exercise price, so let us say 660 is our exercise price. After a month on expiry, the price is, if more than 660, definitely will come and buy from me. So it is exercise only if the spot price is more than exercise price. So for me, for a writer of option, my loss is exercise price minus the spot price. That means my exercise price is 660. If spot price is 700, my loss is 40. If spot price is 760, my loss is 100. If spot price is 860, my loss is 200. For example, as I said, 660 is the price which you decided, and suppose after a month, what would be the payoff chart? What is the chart of this? So for me, maximum gain, as you can see on this chart, the maximum gain for me, which is positive, all these values are negative. As you can see, minus 20, minus 40, minus 60, these are loss for me, negative value. For me, the positive value and maximum positive value is up to premium, the premium which I have charged. So for call writer, the maximum gain, call writer, again I repeat, call writer, the maximum gain is 20 rupees of premium and not more than this, but loss is unlimited. More strike price, more the spot price, but I have to compulsorily sell at 660. So higher the price, higher the loss. So terminal value of call buyer can never be negative. For call seller, it can never be positive. So if spot price is less than exercise price, option holder will not exercise. Yeah. So if you are buyer, our contract is 660. If price is less than 660, you will not come and you will not buy. So for call writer, my maximum premium, my maximum gain is call option which I have charged, as I have earlier mentioned. So let us continue with the same example which I have kept in long call option. The spot price, this is underlying asset which is TVS Motor. The spot price is 650. Strike price, that is the contract between you and B, I am ready to sell at 660 and you are ready to buy. You are long call, I am short call, 660. Premium which I am charging and you are paying is 19.95, and exercise price, or you can say exercise date, expiry date is 24th June. So from the spot price, from the Nifty, this is a spot price. If you want to get derivative quotes, you can click here and you will get the derivative quotes. After that, you have to select the expiry, and we are selecting 24th June. Then we will select call, because we are discussing call, that is writing of a call option. I'll select call. Strike price, I'm deciding 660. So if I decide 660, the premium is 19.95. But if I select 670, the premium can be different. So the premium is depending upon the exercise price. So right now I'm selecting 660 and 19.95, that is almost 20 rupees I am getting and you are paying me, that is you are long call, I'm short call. So you have to pay me 20 rupees because I am waiting for you till 24th June. You can buy from me on 24th June. Now what is terminal value? So if on last day, that is, let us assume 24th June has arrived, you have chance to purchase from me at 660 and I have obligation to sell you at 660. So let us say on 24th June the price is 620. You can purchase from me at 660, but you will not come because the price is less than exercise price. You will not come to me and purchase this share. If you still wants to purchase share, you can purchase from spot market at 620. So for me, terminal value is 0. I have value of option is 0. So the premium, which is 19.95, which I have received, and that is why I am writing it positive 19.95, because I am receiving this. So my gain and loss is 19.95 because the option has expired, the buyer has not turned up, and 20 rupees I have received, that is 19.95, which is my gain. Suppose price is 640, again you will not come, again you will not exercise the option, and for me whatever premium you have paid me is my gain. But what if price is 690? Yes, now option buyer will turn and will take away the share from me at 660. 30 rupees loss I'll be having, because even though price is at 690, I have to sell at 660. So 30 rupees is loss. Out of 30 rupees, 20 rupees I have received. So my now net loss is only 10 rupees 5 paisa. And if share price is 710, still I have to sell you because I have obligation. I have to sell at 660. So my loss is 50 rupees. But out of 50, 20 I have already received as premium. So my net loss is only 30. And the last price is 630. But still I have to sell you at 660. So my net loss, my terminal value is minus 170. Out of minus 170, the reason is, even though price is 830, I am selling you at 660 rupees, because which is my obligation. So 170 rupees I am facing loss. This is my negative terminal value. But out of 170, 20 rupees I already received as premium from you in the beginning of the contract, and the remaining 150 is my loss. So this is how which is called writing of a call option. A writer is always have obligation, and writer's gain is always limited up to premium. Writer will never be able to get more than, but as I said in the beginning of video, why somebody is entering into writing a call? Because a person who is accepting obligation must be sure about the market trend, and then and only then you should enter into writing a call. Because if market is moving up, your loss is unlimited. So if you are sure about the market trend, that market is not going to move up, then you should accept the obligation to sell the share at pre-decided price. So thank you very much. Once again, this is what from writing a call option. For more details, you can visit my blogspot. The details I'm mentioning over here, and you can visit my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.